Greetings and salutations. I hope everyone is having themselves a mighty fine day. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell of dawn so the ghost of the 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. What I want to talk about this video are the special ones. What do I mean by that? Well, I believe that an irregular obviously is extremely uncommon and special in the Tower of God series, but basically what I'm saying is even amongst them, some of them are outliers, greater in some way, shape, or form. I want you to think of the term genius. And I don't know if you've ever heard this entire phrase. I've been called this like once or twice for like athletics, but they called me a prodigy amongst geniuses or a genius amongst prodigies. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So who do I mean? Believe it or not, though I don't know how it's going to shape out yet, so I'm not going to say much about it, I would throw Rachel in that category because she's so damn weak. And she seems to know things about the tower, but it's like, did she leave and come back in too? I'm not sure. But the main ones I want to focus on are Phantom Minim, 25th BAM, Urek Mazino, and the Red Tower Enryu. And actually also the 13 Great Warriors, specifically Zahard, but put a pin in that for a second because it's going to come full circle. Bam technically dies in the tower, born of two irregulars, is brought outside by Arlene, and then revived in some capacity to come back in with Rachel. If you noticed, Bam has a lot of potential and aptitude for Shinsu control and things of that nature, but he has, from what I can tell thus far as of this video, the most room to grow. He has the most room to grow. Mazino came in as a luminous one, a primordial being from the light chasing a primordial darkness, Phantom Minim, and he came in extremely powerful. Now, do I think he still got leaps and bounds stronger? Absolutely, especially as he mastered Shinsu reinforcement, learned the rules and trials and tribulations of the tower and its inner workings, because if you pay attention, he's actually pretty sharp and he's trying to learn and figure out what's going on around him, to the point the first time someone used Shinsu, he noticed there was a power being used, though he didn't know what it was. Enryu was said to just appear on the 43rd floor. So did he bypass Hadon somehow? Did he talk to Hadon and then just teleport there? There's something about the Red Tower we really don't know yet. How did you immediately come in the tower and shoot 9,000 bangs? Crimson Shinsu make it rain, destroying the administrator and so many people on the 43rd floor, the floor of death. Like, he seems even more gifted. And obviously you have Phantom Minim. I don't really think we need to get into it, but as we had known for a long time, the riddle was an axis. And we know they're just on a completely different tier with their reality warping capabilities. And then you have Zahard and possibly the 13 Great Warriors, who I actually think are just people from outside the tower who came inside the tower. Are they special? Absolutely. Are they great? And then a lot of them rise to even greater heights and to supreme greatness? Yes. But I would actually think that if Bam is the bottom of a regular with the most room to grow, and Urek, Enryu, and Phantom Minim just came in absolutely uber strong, I would put the rest of them like Zahard in between. So they had a lot of room to grow, a lot of talent, just not the most. Bam has the most. Urek in a lot of ways has the least. Enryu and Phantom Minim almost already seem complete by the time they come into the tower. And I think that's interesting because I think the different power sets and the different ways that irregulars come in the tower and where they come from and what their roles and goals are interesting to me. I think Enryu has a grander role to play as the Red Tower, as maybe the father of the Red Witches. I think as a luminous one, so does Urek Mazino for the Tales user story universe. Same thing for Phantom Minim as the opposite side, as a darkness to Mazino for the Tales user story universe. Then I think Bam's entire narrative and lore and his rise to maybe becoming an Axis and leaving the tower, becoming a god, is conquering and or devouring Hadon's tower, if you will. And I just find it interesting when you really think about all the varying irregulars: super weak Rachel, super strong Phantom Minim, and in the middle maybe, you know, the 13 Great Warriors. It makes everyone's journey, everyone's roll to the top a lot more intriguing, and I can't wait to see it when it comes full circle and full fruition. And when it comes full circle. That's all I have to say for now. You guys be safe. Now I am excited now. We have been bleeding numbers and pledgers over the last few months. I really need your guys' help and support on the Patreon. But for everyone who's here, I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the CBLs. That's the Certified BAM Lovers. Also a huge shout out to the Priests of Fire, 2nd tier. Best Brilith Gang. Could be the real CBLs. And a huge shout out to tier 3, the 5th Zen Gods. Shout out to Big Chief, Gray, Johnny Rogers, Katan, Lucky Roo, Muzaka, Scobe, Simi, Zyler, Scotty, Big Abdel, Agrona Vitera. Your support is greatly appreciated. The other day, I was able to eat some sugared grass that was frozen like popsicles. We moving on up, people. We eating good now.